deceased spirits, aka earthbound spirits. There's a lot of spirits that do not cross over when they pass, and there's several reasons for that. So some of the reasons why they don't cross is, number one, this is the most common one I see: suicide. We've been taught by the church that if you commit suicide, you're going to hell, and that's not true. Okay, what happens is you have to go back and redo your lesson again. But majority of suicides, I find them that they did not cross and that they're in a void. So we always want to cross them. Another reason why people don't cross is because they were in an accident that killed them immediately. So they didn't even have time to see what was going on. They were just there. Another reason why people don't cross over is they're in a hospital. A hospital is the most dangerous place that you can be. Majority of practitioners will not cleanse a hospital. I do, so I can tell you what's in there. There's all kind of different types of demons. Dracos, there's jinn, there's reptilians, there's greys, and they love staying at a hospital because while they're there, they feed off of the suffering. Just like light beings, angels, their energy that they have is light. Dark beings' energy is dark, low frequency. So that pain after surgery, that cancer patient is in pain, they use that to fuel them. So what happens is right before that person crosses, and that's another thing they look for. They want you to wait until you cross, and they want to stop that. So what'll happen is, you're in the hospital and you're dying. And here's an example. And when you get ready to cross, they shapeshift into an angel. So you go with them because you think that's what's going on. And then you wound up just in darkness and you're stuck there. And, unfortunately, that happens a lot. There's a lot of people that don't cross that have done certain sins, which is abortions, drug use. I'm just going to name some. They think that they have been so bad here on earth that they're going straight to hell. It's not that simple. There's a lot of things that play into that. And things that people don't know is there's many levels to heaven, many. And you ask me, how do I know? Because I travel in the spirit realm. I astral travel. That's my work. That's my calling. That's what I do. And I can tell you there are so many different levels. So, for example, let me just give you an example. So Mother Teresa is not going to be at the same level as me. She's going to be higher than me. So don't get caught up in that, black and white. It is not that way whatsoever. And the powers that be want you to think that, but it's not true. Now, this right here is disheartening. I run across parents that think that the spirit in their house is their child, and it's not. It's actually a demonic being. So they'll sit there and have a conversation with it, talk to it like they would their own son. And what you're doing is you're making a contract, okay? I'll make another video about that. But, the point being, that's not your child. And you don't want your child stuck here. Because let me tell you what happens when they're stuck here and they don't cross. All right, so they're able to see, because they're in the spirit world now and their eyes are open. They can see all the darkness. They can see all the dark beings. They get chased. They get hurt. All kind of horrible things happen in the spiritual realm. And they're a target. So if your child passed, you want them to cross. Because when they cross, there's light. There's health. There's no sickness. It's nothing but goodness. Being here is not good for them. And another thing about the deceased spirits that you think that are in your home, they cause sickness because they're not alive. They have to fuel off of humans' energy to give them that fuel to stay here. So that's going to cause chronic fatigue, like majorly. It's going to cause anxiety. These are just some of the things: chronic fatigue, anxiety, and depression. So we want to make sure, that we cross them over. And I want to go back on the children situation. I understand what you're going through. And after your child crosses, they go back to a child. Even if they're 16 or 20 or 30, they go back to the age of around 10 years old. And then when you cross, you'll be younger too. So I hope this video helps someone. And I just want you to know that you're not defined by what you've done. The one that has the answer is God. It's not the church. It's not the priest. They cannot tell you that you're going to hell. And they left out the most important information, that they're levels. Yeah, they kept that information from everyone, every religion, that there's levels. And I hope that gives you a peace of mind to not know that it's not black and white like that. All right, so I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you.